What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Sun and Pop's Culture. I'm Sun,
And I'm Pops.
and this is episode 43, take two for the opening. Forgot
Yeah,
to
yeah.
record the first part.
He forgot to record.
Yeah, but for those new listening, what do we talk about?
Well, what we do here at Sun and Pops Culture is give you our take on movies, music, literature, comic books, video games, anime, and a little slice of life. Old meets young, X meets Z, father meets son. I guess I should say versus. And now it's
Yeah, versus.
East versus West because we're going coast to coast, baby. So I guess we'll start where we always start, which is with this week's drink. For those of you who are new, this week's drink started as a 21-year-old's quest to find his favorite drink. And many drinks later, now it's just us having a drink. Sometimes it's just coffee. so,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Mm-hmm.
what's this week's drinks, bud?
For me, this week's drink is just coffee.
Just
Um,
coffee.
I guess I will say I used to not drink coffee. I was
Yeah,
never against it. I just didn't really get the appeal, but now I do. And not just for the
yeah.
caffeine. I just like the taste of it.
Enjoy a cup of coffee,
Yeah,
right?
I just enjoy like um making a pot, reading a book or
Mm,
something. I don't know.
yeah, I've enjoyed watching you like learn to love coffee. Like it's been over about the last probably year and a half or so where you've really kind of
Yeah. Yeah,
embraced like
definitely
yeah,
past year.
yeah, just like the oh, I have a cup of coffee. Yeah, like yeah. Now you know your mom. You learn from the best because your mom
Mm.
makes the best cup of coffee.
Yeah,
Period.
it's
In the
pretty good.
story. Yeah, yeah. It's just I don't know what she does. She actually brought me a cup yesterday when we got back from the lake, and I'm sitting there, and she was like, "Coffee," and I said, "Hell yeah, babe." So then she comes in with my cup, and she says, "Are you ready for the perfect cup of coffee?" I said, "Oh, not the world's best, but perfect." And she was like,
Perfect.
"Yeah, perfect." Yeah. And it damn near was. It damn near was. But I actually ended up with a drink myself. I was planning on just hydrating today. And then two things happened. We went to Conneaut and and they kept talking about moonshine, which reminded me that your grandmother gave you some strawberry
Yeah,
moonshine.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, before you left, and you left it here for us to strip paint with. And then last night your sister played a song for me called Watermelon Moonshine. And I was like, yeah, I do need to drink some of that
Hmm.
moonshine. So I'm gonna take a couple of swigs of this, but this is not gonna be one of those nights. So strawberry moonshine,
This week's drink.
this week's drink, circa Grandma Pam. And it's funny, but when you go to the store, you buy moonshine, it's like, oh yeah, this is moonshine. But then when
Mm.
somebody gives you moonshine that somebody made, you're like, oh,
This
this
is
hits different.
moonshine. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
this is
one
moonshine.
reason why I didn't, because I had it like one night available to drink, and I was thinking I knew that night would not end well if
Yeah,
if
yeah,
I was mixing with that. And
yeah. It has a way of creeping up on you.
hmm
I mean, the first time I ever had moonshine, it was just plain moonshine. It wasn't flavored. It wasn't anything. And I told you, I woke up the next day. Your mom was like, "What the fuck?" There were broken glasses in the basement. It was
wow.
crazy. Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, a lot happened, babe. I was like, a lot. I was like, we finished the bottle of Cavassier, and then we finished the bottle of I mean, the mason jar of moonshine. So,
hmm
needless to say, there were a lot of highs and lows in our conversation. But, anyways, so what's cracking, bud? See, I got to put that away because I'll keep drinking it. Oh man,
Yeah, you said I'm gonna
yeah,
take it
yeah,
easy, and you've had
yeah.
like
And
four
I'm like, bam,
sips.
bam, bam. Like,
And
just when it
the
hits my
next
lips,
thing,
bud.
that's what happens. That's the moonshine gets you.
Yeah, the
You start
Mooney.
forgetting it's moonshine.
Yeah, your grandma's friend, he calls it Mooney.
Moony.
He'll be like sipping on that Mooney. I'm like, I like this guy. I like this guy. But yeah. So how was your holiday?
So,
Yeah, I guess.
on my holiday, it was all
Yeah,
right. I didn't
yeah.
think it was any different than any other
Yeah.
day, I guess.
Did you eat a hot dog or anything?
Yeah, they had hot dogs at work.
Yeah,
So
yeah, eat a hot
yeah,
dog. Well, there you
yeah.
go. That's cool. That's cool.
Hmm.
That makes it worth it. I take my
Yeah.
glasses off, but they're still steaming up. It's the moonshine making me sweat. That's terrible. Like my glasses are steaming up. I'm like, geez,
Wow.
good God.
That fast.
Yeah, that fast.
Mm.
My plan was to drink some electrolytes because I've been doing these 12-hour days, trying to keep from cramping up, and now I'm drinking moonshine, which is so counterproductive. But
Hey,
here we are.
that's the Appalachian electrolytes.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
that's
all
all
you
you
need.
need. That's Mountain Dew. You should be all
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
You don't even need ghost
Oh my
sleep
gosh.
with that in
You don't
your
even. Yeah, you just
that in
go
your
to work.
blood.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Watch, I'm gonna finish this and be so mad at myself. Oh
Yeah,
God.
yeah. You just
Anyway, yeah,
put the lid on,
yeah.
so at least there's an
I gotta get
effort
a.
to
I gotta get. I mean, I'm
open it.
trying, bud. I'm trying to wet my, but I keep wetting my whistle. But anyways, so what's up, man? What's up? Where are we starting today?
Uh, I have big thing over the weekend. Tina Turner. Tina Turner.
Yeah. Did we talk about Jim Brown too?
Oh
Because I don't think
yeah. No, we did not.
we didn't.
That
We
was
missed
in
that
between
week.
like yeah, Jim Brown as
Yeah.
well.
Jim, yeah. Jim Brown passed. Tina Turner passed. Rest in
I think they
power.
were they the same age?
Jim Brown was I think 83 or 89. I can't remember.
Something. I was thinking
Yeah. Tina Turner was
85.
83. She was 83.
Okay.
She denounced her American citizenship like in 2013.
No, I did not.
Yeah. Yeah, she stopped being an American citizen. Like she married I think a French movie music mogul or something. Like 15 years her junior, which who cares? I'm just saying, it's just a detail of the story. And she I guess, but see, they say she denounced it, but I'm pretty sure post 9/11 you can't have dual citizenship. So she just basically probably made a choice to be a
Is that
citizen.
is that true?
I'm pretty sure you can't. I mean, at one point you could have dual citizenship, but I'm pretty sure you can't now. I
Oh,
mean, you can. I'm pretty sure you can check me
I
on
don't
that,
know. I don't
but
know.
yeah, but yeah. So she announced her her citizenship in I think 2013.
You're a French man.
Hmm. That doesn't tell me. Oh, it does, but oh, okay. I don't know. That's weird. That doesn't really answer my question. It's about people coming here. It's not about people leave.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? But anyways, um, so yeah, look it up, people. Let me know. Don't want to feed. Yeah, because we're talking. We got a nice little flow going. I'm not going to stop and look. But yeah. So rest in power, Tina Turner. Rest in power, Jim Brown. I talked to Dills Dave about Jim Brown, and I text Chad, my buddy Chad, about it like, because Chad would like love Jim Brown, and I texted him about when Richard Pryor told the joke about hitting Jim Brown with a rubber brick. Like, because at one point Jim Brown was like considered like the baddest man on the planet, you know.
Yeah.
And Richard
Crazy to
Pryor tells his
think.
whole story about the time he hit him with a rubber brick, like trying to be funny. But it's you got to hear the joke because I can't do it justice. But I was telling Dave, I said it's weird though. I was like, I feel like it's been, I haven't heard a lot, you know, on the media about it. Like I've seen some posts on not TikTok on Instagram. Like I mean, Megan Good said that's her godfather, which blew my mind because I was like, Jim Brown is Megan Good's godfather. I was like, and Megan Good is currently dating Jonathan Majors. I'm like, that's like, huh? Like you know what I mean? It's just like one of them,
Mm,
huh?
yeah.
Wonder what James would have to say about that. But James might be like, yeah, they'll try to take you down, so watch your back. Who knows? Because this is my point. James Brown was, like this great athlete and like a B-list movie star, but he was also like a political activist.
Hmm.
But I feel like they gave him like the former athlete treatment when he died. Like you didn't hear a lot about. I thought you just would hear more, because he was so involved and he was so outspoken. And he didn't give a fuck who he offended. Like that dude. I watched that dude in interviews where people would crack jokes and he wouldn't even crack a smile. Like he was so just like he just kept it like real,
Hmm.
you know. He gave his cool interview once when they were asking him about different running backs and eras they would dominate. and he was talking about. I remember they asked him about Barry Sanders, and he was like, "Yeah," he said, Barry Sanders would have been dominant, in most eras that he played in. And he said, and they said, "Well, what about you?" And he was like, "Me?" He said, "Jim Brown." He said Jim Brown would have dominated any era that he ever played in. And I was like, hell yeah. The dude's average, I think, is like 9.9 yards a carry.
Yeah, it's something
Something
ridiculous.
absurd. Yeah, like they just
Yeah.
could not stop him. And then he retired in his prime to go make movies in Hollywood. They said he offered him like a $3 million deal or something crazy, which you know how much money that was back
Yeah.
then. So he
Like
took it.
62.
He took it and was taking pictures with his shirt off of white women. There's nothing anybody could say. They were just like, Jim Brown. You gonna say something, Jim? Nah, I ain't gonna say nothing. Just don't take my woman. Because he took a picture, I think, a famous picture with Raquel Welch, maybe, who just passed. Yeah. But anyways, Jim Brown. It's crazy. Chad said all our icons are dying. And I was like, damn, you're right. You're right. But
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah. This isn't like as big as that, but Jimmy Carter's wife also was diagnosed with dementia today. Just on
Today.
talking about like icons. Yeah, it came out today. She's 95.
Wow. Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah, I was just
okay.
like, another
Well, is Jimmy Carter
big
still alive?
name. Last I checked, but
Isn't that
last
crazy?
I checked, he was also really sick
Really sick.
and
Yeah.
and really old. So I don't know if he passed or not. But I remember, like, I saw the headline. I just saw the headline. I was like, oh, she's still alive. Not trying to be
Yeah.
mean, but like,
Yeah. I mean,
it's
no.
really
Yeah.
old.
That's
Really
old. I
old.
mean,
Yeah.
that's old. It's like one of those things though. Like I saw a meme and it was like the Golden Girls, and it was like these
Hmm.
women were all in their mid 50s, and then it was
Yeah,
like
I
then
saw
it's
it
like
too.
and it's like a picture of like J Lo or something crazy. And you're like she's
Hmm.
52, and you're like what in the hell? So
Yeah.
what is 95 going to
I-
look like for like my generation? You
Well, I
know?
also saw something with the Golden Girls. What's it called? Put them in like modern day haircuts,
Hmm.
and it made them look a lot younger.
A lot younger. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
not like J-Lo young, but
Yeah.
definitely they didn't look like the Golden Girl.
The
Like they
Golden Girls.
looked
Yeah. Yeah.
like, I don't know, your aunt at a wine party or something.
Ah, I know what that looks
But
like. I get
yeah,
it. Yeah.
yeah, it was interesting. So I
Yeah.
think it's definitely the stuff that outdates them that makes it look older, like
Yeah. Yeah.
style.
Yeah. I mean, there's that whole thing, that phenomenon where you look at old pictures and people just look older,
Hmm. Yeah, we
and it's
watched
like,
that whole
yeah, we
video.
watched that whole, and it's the truth. You're
Yeah,
like, how is that possible? But
yeah.
yeah, it's something in your brain. Yeah, I bought my bucket hat. It's like my new best friend.
Mom
So
told me.
yeah, she's like, it looks good. I was like, I don't believe her, but I'm aware. I'm aware it either way because I don't care.
Yeah.
So yeah, but so the big news,
What's
Fast
the
10.
Fast 10? Yeah, it came out.
It was not number one at the box office in America.
What was it? What was number one? I mean,
Pretty sure it was Little Mermaid.
wait, they opened the same weekend?
Yes, they both opened this
Oh,
past.
I
Yeah,
didn't
but
know.
I don't. Hey, Disney was like, I don't give a fuck. But
I didn't know they opened the same weekend. Yeah, Little
I'm sure.
Mermaid, I did know opened number one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they both. Yeah,
171 million
but let me see. Fast X. Yeah,
for
it's.
Little
But
Mermaid.
it's. Let's talk about Fast X first, though. Oh, that
Fast
messed up. I'm
X.
sorry, but it has been out for 2 weeks. I thought it just came out like
Okay.
this week. Okay, yeah. So, but still.
But I
So
know
here we
Little
are.
Mermaid kind of took over.
So here we are domestically, right? This is what we were trying to explain to everybody. Okay, so listen, people. Domestically, since May 19th, Fast X has made $113 million. That means in America, okay? It's made 406 million worldwide, internationally. Like the audience for this movie is not us. Like
Hmm.
they just keep making them for everyone else. So it's at $500 million, and we said it's going to make $1 billion
It
no matter
is.
what. And
Oh yeah.
it's going to make like 200 million here, and the rest is going to be overseas,
Yeah.
which
I
is
checked
so
yesterday. It was at like worldwide, it was almost 600
yeah, it's
mil.
520 right now, which is just like crazy. Like
Or it was 520.
and people don't.
it will
Remember,
reach a billion, but not as fast as the other ones, just because of what we're getting. Like you said,
yeah,
Little Mermaid this week, the Spider-Verse, which will take a little bit from it.
I
But
know.
then like June, we're getting a lot of Flash, Indiana Jones at the
Yeah,
end.
yeah.
So
Which is getting
it'll
really bad
slowly
press.
get, I know.
Getting really
Not
bad press.
surprised, but
Yeah. I was
yeah.
hopeful because it's James Mangold
Uh,
directing it, so I was hopeful. You know,
I
he
was
does.
hopeful.
I mean, he did Logan. He did 3:10 to Yuma.
hmm I was hopeful till the trailer and then something, I don't know.
I feel like when they get good directors to do these franchises, but they don't let them do what they can do, and it just ends up being
Mhm.
trash. But
But
like
yeah,
Little Mermaid. Hmm?
oh, did you want to still talk about Fast X?
No, actually, I really. I mean, you can. I mean,
I
what
just
kind? What?
had one quick thing.
What's
The
that?
cast, I've been seeing a lot of snippets from interviews of the cast, and they are
Hmm.
on one. Like
Really?
they like they think they're really doing something for cinema.
Just shut up.
Like
I mean, on one hand,
Tyrese,
Tyrese.
he
What?
said
Tyrese is like,
something
I need this.
about
Tyrese's child
no,
support is
yeah,
like
well, he
crazy.
said
He needs this movie.
he
Like,
said something
real.
about he said a couple things. One of them was like, yeah, this is name another franchise that's not based off a superhero. He might have said a book that's been as successful as
I
Fast and the
mean,
Furious. Well, at first you're like, oh, and then you're like, wait, Star Wars,
Star
and
Wars,
then
yeah.
and then
Rocky.
you're like Jurassic Park. Like there's like
Yeah, yeah,
obviously
yeah,
like he
yeah,
was acting like this is the first like
yeah.
franchise. Anyway,
I
there's
mean,
another thing he said too.
but it is one
Oh,
of the most dominant franchises
mhm.
ever. It is
It is. It is. He also said something about
overseas.
over.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
He also said something about like um Hollywood and like roles for black actors and stuff. And a
yeah.
lot of it's not a lot, but he's talking about getting nominated for Oscars. And like a lot of it's like you have to
What?
play a slave or something and stuff like that. He's basically, I'm not gonna paraphrase because I forget what he said exactly, but to sum it up, he thinks he should
Shut up!
be awarded
Shut up!
something for
Something
his work on
for
For
consistently
Fast and
playing like
Furious.
a car guy.
hmm
Oh my
Like to
gosh.
breaking the mold.
Oh,
Yeah.
he didn't break the mold. They just cast him
hmm
in a role that wasn't race significant. The only time
hmm
his race was a factor in that whole series was in the second movie. That's only because they were in South Central Los Angeles. John Singleton was the director. He loved Tyrese. That's why
hmm
Tyrese is getting his paycheck to this day. That's why. Like, because for real,
Yeah.
that's the only reason he was cast in that movie. It was in South Central Los Angeles and it was John Singleton
I
directing,
know.
which is bananas to think that he directed that movie, you know.
Yeah.
But
And
anyways,
Vin Diesel has also been saying stuff just I the more interviews I see of him, I'm like, okay, he's actually like happy with what he's doing. I can't
yeah,
judge him for that. But he also
yeah.
thinks it's I don't think he realizes the type of movies he's making with Fast and Furious.
Yeah, it's just popcorn cinema. It's not
It is, and
even
I
like
don't think
good.
he realizes it.
That's a shame. You
Yeah.
know what I hope though? I do hope that they cast him as Black Bolt still to this day. He wouldn't have to talk.
hmm
He would just like sit there and like look mean and
Yeah.
shit. But
I Funny you say that. I actually yesterday I just watched a video about him
yeah.
and like he did this before Iron Giant
Yeah.
and before Saving Private Ryan. Like what got him noticed by Brad Bird and Steven Spielberg. Well, he did this short film about like himself
Yeah,
basically.
he's in a tank top. Isn't he in a tank top? And that's all I remember. But go
Yeah,
ahead. Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
But it made me want to watch the short film. I was
I
like,
think
oh,
I think he
he
directed it.
wrote and directed it.
Yeah.
And basically, because he wasn't landing anything himself, so he
Yeah.
created his own thing like in a weekend.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, he actually has some thought and like
Well,
heart because it
if
was
you
about
go
being casted as like a racially ambiguous person.
right, yeah, because he's
Like,
biracial and people don't realize
mm-hmm.
that, you know.
It seemed like
They
a good short.
they if you look at his
Might have went to
filmography,
Cannes.
his early stuff. What about Cannes?
It might have went to Cannes.
Wow.
I
Well, his
know, like,
early stuff, he's acting. You know what I
well,
mean?
yeah, that's like he did that, and then he wrote and directed another film that did go to Sundance, but no one picked
Okay.
it up.
Oh,
That
okay.
didn't get that too many good reviews. It was low budget, like I think it was like 40,000 or something. But that's what got him noticed by Spielberg,
Okay.
and the short film is what got him noticed by Brad Bird. But anyway, like he was actually like acting in it, and
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, huh. And then he got cast in Bobby Reddick,
Yeah. He Pitch Black. Well, the thing
Pitch
is, people
Black. Yeah.
people forget about Pitch Black. Me and your mom went to see Pitch Black early in our relationship
Mm-hmm.
on a humbug on like a Wednesday. I was off. Let's go see Pitch Black. Yeah, and I like Vin Diesel. It was like a sports movie or something crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So, and like one of his first starring ones, you know. So I go, and it was fucking good. It was cool sci-fi, and it was good sci-fi. And he starts off as a bad guy, and then spoilers, he ends up being a good guy by the time it's over.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when he was like, okay, Chronicles of Riddick, people were like, hell yeah. But then that movie was just like, you take some like small sci-fi indie movie with a dope story and like practical effects, and then you give them all this fucking money, and what do they always do? They fucking ruin it. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
like you just did
And
too
they try and
much.
expand the lore that
Yeah, and
they
it's
don't
like
think through.
yeah, and it's like he had the cool eyes, and like he had those eyes that you could see
Yeah, that's
better
why I
because
liked him as a
yeah.
kid.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like
and he
he
wore
can
the
see in the
freaking
dark.
he wore the welder's goggles. Like I mean, he was
Yeah,
dope. Yeah,
yeah.
but they messed it all up. And then, but that's the thing. Like he walked away from Fast and Furious because he wanted to get back into doing more serious roles.
Mm-hmm.
And and of course his fan base was like, no, I want to see you drive fast and stuff. So
And stuff.
stuff.
Yeah, and he
So
never got back into serious
yeah.
acting.
Mm, he
It's kind
doesn't,
of a
man.
shame.
It's a
No, he doesn't
shame, yeah,
even
because he
try
was
now.
yeah, he was good, man. Like I'm looking at his
Hmm.
filmography now and I'm just like, yeah, he just literally like does action movies and
Yeah.
that's it. And they're not even good,
Hmm.
like but and he's Groot, which people always
Yeah.
forget. He's
Well,
fucking
one thing, like I said, I started liking him just as a person. At the
yeah.
premieres, he'll wear like Root Taylor type stuff. Like he had a
Yeah, yeah.
jacket that looked like bark and stuff.
Oh,
So I'm
that's
like,
cool.
okay, he's
Yeah.
enjoying what he's
Yeah.
doing. Like,
Well, he's developed a video game and he's developed a couple video games and a couple comic books. Like he's a nerd, you know what I mean? Like
it's
not even
cool.
low key. Like he had, but
Yeah.
it's like one of them things. Like the game was decent, I guess. I guess the comic I don't know anything about.
Hmm.
But remind me to tell you about my hunt this weekend because
Oh
I'm
yeah.
I'm turning into a
Okay.
hunter. But
I
so yeah,
heard. I heard about
I
it.
can hate on Dom, but yeah, I can't really hate on Vin Diesel. I guess. I guess.
Hmm.
I guess. But we can hate
Yeah,
on
I can
Dom. We
hate
can hate
on
on
I can
Dom
on
all
Dom
day.
Toretto.
Yeah.
I don't know which movie this was from, but the scene he was in the car with his son, and there's this explosion behind him, and it starts like overwhelming the car. Flames
Yeah.
are in the car at this point, and it goes into slow motion, and he like looks over and he hits this button, and it
Well, this
turns
is
on
the turbo boost.
and it's the turbo boost, and the car that's already in flames swooshes out of the flames,
Yeah, yeah,
and it
yeah.
like lands, and people people are like, wait, the car's already on fire. How did it escape the
Yeah.
fire? It was
Escape the
faster than the fire, than the huge
it's
explosion, and he did
physics,
it.
bud. Physics
Fam
have no yeah.
family.
Family. That's why family trumps physics.
Yeah.
Family trumps physics.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I haven't heard anything about Little Mermaid.
You haven't heard anything.
I just know it crushed it. I know
Hmm.
and I'm happy. I am glad people went out to see it. See the Black Little Mermaid. I'm happy for that. Um,
Me too.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of Disney's live action remakes, no matter
Me
what it
neither.
is. But I'm glad people want
I'm
to see
against
it.
those, but
Yeah, but I it's just always feels like a cash grab to me.
oh, it
but
is. It
but
is. Like there's nothing else to it.
yeah. But I'm glad it made money. What I didn't know was they're doing a Color Purple remake. It comes out this winter. We
Hmm.
saw the trailer last night, me, your mom, and
I
Deja, and
didn't watch it.
I went, "What is this?" And then I was like, "And it's a musical, and they
Who's
cast
making
out
it?
I'm not sure. I can tell you here in a second, but I know they cast Fantasia, of American Idol fame, as Celie, and they cast Little Mermaid as her sister. And that whole the whole not the whole movie, but a huge part of the movie is her relationship with her sister, and
Mm-hmm.
um and it's a musical, so I'm very interested in seeing what they do with it because The Color Purple, man. I mean, for the culture, whew. Your mom was like, "When did that come?" Your mom was like, "No, they didn't." Your
It's
mom,
like
"No, they
85 or
didn't."
something.
And she said, "When did that come out?" And I said, like 85, 86. And your mom was like, "What?" I said, "Yeah, that's how well it holds up." I was like, "That movie is 30 plus years old, and you can sit down and watch it right now, and it's still good. Like, it's not like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, you can tell this is an old movie. Nope, it's just still good.
Yeah,
It's just good."
that's
So,
Spielberg,
yeah, yeah, just
surprisingly.
killing it. Talking about saying he wouldn't make it now. I'm like, motherfucker, shut up.
Um,
There are more minority directors that, I mean, shut up, man. You made a great movie. Stop being so politically correct. I don't want no one else to make it. Like, I mean, we'll probably go see it, but I'm nervous. I ain't
I'm
gonna lie.
so
You know who
back.
pays you? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say back to Little Mermaid.
No, okay.
I kind of had to go my way to hear things about it because all I heard was it crushed the back box office, like you said, which I was
Yeah.
surprised because before, I mean, everyone was against that movie.
Yeah.
One, because it
Yeah.
was a live action remake, because that's why I'm against it, just because like I don't
Yeah.
like those. I don't like those anymore. Like none of them are good. It's halfway gone now. None of them like I'm sorry. When every time I watch those, I just think, man, this makes me want to watch the cartoon because this is not good. There's no heart.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the anyway, the Little Mermaid though, I've been hearing like the same stuff, like what's her name? Haley Bailey or Halle
Yeah.
Bailey?
Halle
Halle
Bailey. Yeah.
Bailey. She was Her singing was great. She is amazing. And then the other stuff was just the usual
So
complaints
wait,
with the
so there's a
Disney
Chloe
stuff.
Bailey and a Halle Bailey. That's why I
Yeah,
keep getting fucking confused. Okay. All
like they're
right. Sorry.
twins, right?
I don't know, but
Sisters. I don't know.
they're sisters.
But yeah,
That's a.
Halle Bailey, people said she did great. The movie itself was just
I mean, well, that's my whole thing. I don't understand. Like, you're literally remaking a movie that everybody knows beat for beat.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, like going into it, how you're supposed to feel as someone watching it. Like, are you going to be impressed with anything about it? Because
Yeah.
like, you know what it's supposed to be. Like the little bit of what you call that I watched. What was it? Beauty and the Beast. I actually liked because they did
People
make
do
some
like that
changes.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
that's the thing. It's like, who is this for?
yeah,
Because they
I don't
make the
know.
time like, because Little Mermaid is 80 something minutes. This one
Yeah.
is 2 hours and 15 minutes.
So they
And it's
padded
like,
it.
yeah, and it's like, was this for the adults that you're cashing in on their nostalgia? Because they're gonna
Mm-hmm.
criticize it
Oh
harsher.
yeah.
But is it for the
Yeah.
kids and you're making it longer
Are
and
you
they'd
gonna
rather watch a cartoon?
are you gonna make us understand why she likes Eric so much?
Yeah, like
Like,
who
are you
is
gonna be like,
this
well, I mean,
for? And that's for everyone. That's for each one of these movies. And they added a rap song with Aquafina and
oh
whoever
yeah,
plays whoever, because she plays
Sebastian.
Scuttle, and whoever plays
Uh,
Sebastian.
right.
They
I
added
feel
a
like
rap
if
song.
I feel like if King Triton just made his like kingdom deeper, he wouldn't have had a lot of the problems he had with Ariel.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
if
just
it
like
was, mhm.
just go like real deep. She won't even know. It'd be like trying to fly. Like it'd be like, yeah, you don't want to go all the way up there. It's too
Yeah.
far. Just chill
Yeah.
down here on the bottoms. Yeah, you're all pale and pasty, but I don't know. I don't know. He's like, I'm gonna build like right next to like this kingdom.
Mm. I heard
Anyway,
the effects underwater are like not that good.
I imagine it'd be
Yeah.
difficult to pull off.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, you watched Aquaman. I didn't finish it. I watched like
Hmm.
20 minutes of it. Like, how is that? How are those underwater effects?
I only saw it when it came out.
Mm,
It looked like it didn't distract me.
right.
Like I knew they weren't that I knew they weren't great, but
Yeah,
Like I
yeah. That
wasn't like, whoa, this looks really bad.
moonshine's kicking in, bud. You wanna know how I know?
It's gonna be a long episode.
You know how I know?
What?
Because I said Aquaman. I thought I could probably beat Jason Momoa in a fight. Like
Mm,
literally, I was like, why the fuck did I just think that? Then I was like, oh yeah, I'm drinking moonshine. And I was like, yeah, I could
side
probably
effect
take
of
him.
a moonshine.
Yeah, I'm like The Rock. I mean, it's up in the air, but Jason Momoa, I kind of have no doubt. I have no doubt. The Rock, I'm telling you, will come down to a threshold for pain. Yeah, because he used to be a pro wrestler, so I think it would be hard for me to hurt him. So I'd have to try to kill him.
Mm,
But Jason Momoa, please, I'd
yeah.
throat chop him and then be like, what? But anyways, moonshine. All right,
With
go ahead.
Oh, that's kind of all I had with the I mean the effects of Little Mermaid.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Like one thing I heard was someone like one of the reviews I watched, they said the performances seem stale, but they don't blame them for that because they're like talking to tennis balls a lot of the time.
yeah. I mean,
So it's kind of hard,
cinema
to
is
act.
such a weird place. Like you see, there's that Scorsese movies coming out
This
With
fall.
Leo, and it's like,
Leo and Robert De Niro. You know this is their
yeah,
first movie under him.
it's their second one together. They did a movie together before.
This is their first
Yep.
Scorsese movie.
Their first Scorsese movie, but they did a movie
I
together
know, but
before.
this is their first Scorsese
Yeah,
movie,
yeah.
which is kind of a big deal.
It's kind of a big deal.
His
I
two main
mean,
guys.
those are his guys. I mean, just throw some Pesci in there just for the hell of it. Just let him do a
Oh, they're
cameo.
probably
Yeah,
hiding that
yeah.
from
I'll be
him,
like, oh,
hiding
oh,
that.
it's just too much, too much. Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
amazing. That'd be amazing.
that would be. Don't know how he would fit, but
I mean, hey, but I mean, I'm watching it. It looks interesting, but I'm like, he does know no one's gonna go see that movie, right? Like, I'm like, I
hold
want.
on. People are gonna see it. It's getting a lot of buzz. What are you talking about?
Okay, okay. Today's audience
Yes,
that
first of
doesn't want to
all,
think about
people
anything.
still love Scorsese. I mean,
Okay,
anything, people don't, not just Scorsese, they love all those. Well, Spielberg's kind of different, but like Tarantino, like just the buzz of those
okay.
names when they
I
say
mean,
their next movie's coming out,
I'm
instantly
interested in
gets some
seeing it,
buzz.
but I don't know. Like that would be something I'd have to go see with you because your mama ain't going to see
I
that.
know, but
You know,
it's not gonna make blockbuster money, but it's getting attention.
but that's good.
Like I
That's good.
remember
I
as soon as they announced like the cast, people were already
yeah,
talking about it. And then they're like Apple TV, people start talking about it more.
yeah.
And yeah, I remember when they announced that movie being made and people were already hyped. And all we got
What's
was
it?
like a picture.
What's it called?
Pillars of the Flower Moon.
Yeah, that's a good title.
It's based off true story, a
Oh,
book.
really?
Yeah.
It's probably how the government like robbed like some Native Americans of
Some
like
I
their money.
think
Yeah.
something like
Mm-hmm.
that.
Something sketchy.
It's like a cover up of a
Yeah, I
murder
mean, imagine
of
that.
murders.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Just add that to like the Tulsa massacre and all kind of other shit. They're just
Hmm.
like, oh, this happened,
Yeah.
but government doing government shit. Nothing new. Nothing new around
Hmm.
here. Did you hear they're making a live action How to Train Your Dragon?
I didn't know about that.
I'm like,
Like I did, and I remember thinking why.
it's just they're like all like, hey, Disney
Yeah.
did it.
I can't wait.
It's probably actually cheaper to use real people than to use animation at this point. They're like, well,
And you get more money.
yeah, they're like, hey. I'm like, wow, that's just crazy to me. And I love those movies too.
I
Like I
do
truly
too.
do. I truly
I
do.
just I don't know what it is, but something like you like certain media because of what it is. I can't imagine like think of actually I can't make a comparison, but I'm just trying to think of a live action movie that you would make into animated and would that be
Would that
receptive
be yeah.
the
Yeah,
same?
right.
Like
Right.
would I want a
Meanwhile,
cartoon taxi driver?
wow.
I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be trippy as hell.
Yeah,
Actually,
I
as
don't
soon as you said it,
know.
I'm like, imagine seeing the world through
Yeah, then
his
I started
eyes.
thinking of like a gritty cartoon.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay, maybe I would want to watch
maybe I
that.
would. Oh, we forgot that Ray Stevenson passed away too. The actor Ray Stevenson. He played Yep. He was in all three Thor movies. He played
Oh,
not Heimdall. He played the big guy. Oh, it's so terrible. That's so terrible. When he played the Punisher in Punisher War Journal, and he got his big break in the HBO miniseries Rome. Like, there's stuff. This is stuff I've watched, and
oh, okay.
he was
I was
like,
gonna say I don't know who that
I
is.
guess he's in RRR too, but I didn't watch RRR. But he plays somebody important in that movie. He's British, but he was like a
Mm.
man-sized man. Like, he was the guy that you look at. He like that guy like eats steak and drinks bourbon. Like, he was like that type of dude. Like, just to look at him, like he wasn't
Mm-hmm.
playing like roles that weren't like big. You know what I mean? He's a big guy. So he passed away as well. I just remembered. So,
Oh.
well, I was just reminded, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So rest in peace, Ray Stevenson. He was a good actor. He really was. You know. But I don't know. There's not a lot going on.
R.I.P.
When's Barbie coming out?
July. We
July.
got an official trailer last week,
Yeah,
not just a
yeah. At least
teaser. I'm
it
excited
kind of
for it.
well,
Did
it
you
kind of
watch it?
explains what. Yeah, I watched it. It kind of
Yeah,
explained what
about
it's
what it's
about. So I was like,
about.
okay. I'm like, I
Yeah.
mean,
I was excited for it before.
yeah. That's a good. The director's
Um,
good.
the director's
Oh,
good.
oh. Okay. No, go ahead.
That
Go
you're
ahead.
jumping around.
No, I know. So go ahead. Go ahead.
Um, yeah, the director's good. I definitely like someone I forget where I heard it, but they said you can tell it's both for like, being meta, but
Yeah,
also on the level of, oh yeah, this is imagine like a kid playing with
yeah,
these toys when they're in the Barbie world, just I don't know,
yeah,
the
yeah,
conversations they have. And
yeah,
Ryan Gosling, like every scene, even just the
yeah,
trailer, like I'm laughing at what he's
yeah.
saying
Your
and how he
sister was like,
delivers it.
he's perfect for this. I was like, he kind of
He
is.
is
He
like
kind of is.
like
Yeah,
he just understands
yeah,
what
yeah.
it's about.
What it
Like,
means to be Ken,
yeah, yeah,
which is
just like
awesome. Yeah.
yeah. What's it
Mm.
called? I don't know if this is true, but I saw a post where he was offered the role and he texted the director. This is how he accepted it. Like I guess he went outside and on his lawn he saw a Ken doll face on on the ground, like face on the ground, and he sent a picture. He has kids. He sent a picture to the director, and he's like, "I will be your Ken for this, like to represent the struggle or something like that."
Yeah, I like Ryan
Uh,
Gosling.
yeah, me
That's
too.
dope. He got babies with Eva Mendes.
I know that's
I
crazy. I
mean,
always
that dude.
forget.
People forget that he used to date before her. He was dating Sandra Bullock, and she was like
Oh,
18 years older than him. He was like, what? Like what?
I
He
didn't
was
know
like, he
that.
was young as hell when he held that
Yeah.
down. Yeah, that dude. Yeah, he met her on a set of Perfect Crime or something like that. And I'm telling you, he was like 20, and he just
Yeah.
spit his G, and she was just like, huh,
Hmm.
all right, Dan.
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
fan.
Yeah, I like him. I like him. Because he doesn't even like play up his looks. He's like a good actor. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like, who just happens to like have a six pack, but he's good, you know.
Hmm.
So yeah, I like Ryan Gosling. I
You
like
know
Ryan
that's
Gosling.
coming out the same day as Oppenheimer.
Is it? Well,
Same
again,
studio too.
but again, but they're not expecting Oppenheimer to like dominate at the box office. They're expecting it to win a bunch of awards. That's in my opinion.
Yeah, but why give it a July release? Because they give
That is
Nolan a lot of summer releases.
that I don't know why actually. I mean, maybe he can do a
He
little bit
makes
more.
money. He makes money.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I mean,
Inception, Dark Knight,
10 years ago. Yeah.
Interstellar,
Did that make
which is
money
close to
though?
10. It made 800, I think,
Really? That movie's so trippy,
between 600 and 8.
which is a win,
Yeah,
which is a
which is a
win.
win.
But
Still have to watch it.
Dunkirk. We watched Dunkirk. I was like,
You watched it?
yeah, I watched Dunkirk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. I wasn't a huge fan.
yeah. I mean, this is a what World War One movie,
Hmm.
The Forgotten War.
British
So
too.
British, it's British. So yeah. Um, there's a few things coming out this month. People with a month of June that people should be excited for. I see it on Get Fandom.
Hmm.
The only things I care about are Secret Invasion, the 21st, The Bear, the 22nd.
Hmm.
And I'm actually going to give The Witcher another try. I never finished season one, But I'm thinking I'm gonna give it
Never
another try.
watched it.
It
This
started
is
off
this is Cavill's last
his
season.
last season, yeah.
Hmm.
And he I read the first book. It was fine, you know. Um, I watched the half of the first season, and I stopped watching because it became apparent that their budget was like not good. Like it starts
Hmm.
off good, but then there's a couple episodes where like you didn't have any money, so
Yeah.
you just had to like make do. And it's like, I mean, I'm talking like prosthetics are looking kind of bad. Like I'm like, oh wow, that's
Oh
what you
yeah.
chose. Like that's what you chose to do with this guy. Like, oh wow, you know. So, but I think I'm gonna give it another
Yeah.
try.
You also forgot Spider-Verse is Friday. Well, at the time of this release,
Yeah,
I don't
it'll
know.
be out
Yeah.
unless you yeah,
Yeah,
you know.
today. I don't know, but by the time you're hearing it, it'll
Uh,
be out.
the
I'm
buzz, the
seeing it
buzz,
Friday.
the buzz it's getting, bud. It's crazy. You know
I
that,
haven't
right?
looked at anything.
Look, I
I'm
haven't.
refusing.
They're
I know I'm
like
gonna be happy regardless.
they're like masterpiece. They're like it's a beyond. They're like
What?
beyond. They're like beyond. What they say beyond? I don't know. A classic. It's a masterpiece. Like they're saying that it's going to change like animation. Like
That's
yeah.
what the first one did.
Well, apparently them motherfuckers doubled down
Hmm.
and they came with it. They were like, oh, we were just
Yeah.
holding back on the first one. Like
That's
so yeah. I
that's the
probably
only reason why I'm nervous because the first one's so, I mean, like a lot of people, including James Gunn, will be their favorite superhero movie
I
ever.
mean
So how do you top that?
I mean Into the Spider Verse was the truth. So
It was. And I'm really excited.
I
So
mean, there's a lot of ways they can break your heart in this movie. You know that.
yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of ways.
Yeah.
You know,
We'll
I mean
see.
that I'm gonna go see that movie. And I want Spider Gwen to be my girlfriend again. I'm like, damn. I'm like, damn, man. I want a girl with a hoodie. I'll cut your mom's hair. I'm like, why don't you just get to like the ball back, little asymmetric? She'll be like, why? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, but so we'll see. I hope to see it
There's
Friday.
gonna
I
be a
hope.
lot of Spider-Gwens at Comic-Con.
Oh, there are.
And Miles, but
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, fucking Miles Morales. Who'd have
yeah.
thought? Who'd have fucking thought, man?
I
Like,
keep seeing butterfly flex.
yeah,
They'll say butterfly effect. They'll show a picture of Donald Glover in his Spider-Man pajamas on an episode of Community.
yeah,
And then the next picture will be Miles Morales.
yeah.
Or
Well, he
like,
was
oh no, it'll be
really
like the poster for Spider-Verse.
right.
Which was, I mean, that is, I mean, look at the why Bendis, yeah, Bendis created it because he saw um
Donald
Donald
Glover.
Glover. Well, because he saw the reception of people
Uh-huh.
wanting him to be Spider-Man.
Yeah, yeah. Because
And
there was a point where they were like really
yeah,
wanting him. Yeah,
and
and
Brian Michael Bendis, for those listening, he's a comic book writer.
a
He
everything you
created
love about
Miles
the
Morales.
and everything you love about the MCU. Yeah, he created that too. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, like literally everything you
Hmm.
love about the MCU, including Black Nick Fury, that's Brian Michael
Pretty
Bendis.
sure he's credited for a lot of it,
Yeah, he put the MCU on
like
his
in
back.
the actual credits, I
He
think.
put Marvel on his back, but in 2000 and carried him for over a decade,
Hmm.
like of just amazing storytelling and like it's just crazy to think about it. Like I mean,
Yeah.
like
Well,
dude's
yeah,
hit.
the he um, I just think that's
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah,
He created it because not just the reception, but he's like, oh yeah, there should be
yeah.
a
You know his
black
daughter. Well,
superhero
his daughter's
for someone
black.
to look up to. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, you told
yeah.
me.
Because
And
he
that
said
was
something
Miles
basically like
Morales.
Peter Parker was from the Queen was from Queens, raised by his aunt and uncle. Like chances are he's be a minority. Like just
Hmm.
so, and I was like, that's
Just
funny,
being
but
in Queens, like,
yeah, just being in Queens, he's like,
yeah,
chances are he'd be a minority. So
yeah.
it was like, so Bendis had the forethought to create Miles, and
Which they made a joke of in No Way Home. Jamie Foxx said it.
what do you say? I forget.
Remember when he met Andrew Garfield after he put the thing on him? Andrew
Okay,
Garfield
yeah, yeah.
Spider-Man. And he's like, man, I thought you'd be black.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's right. Yeah.
He's like, and
Yeah.
Andrew
Because
Garfield's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know that the two-issue miniseries that they did for Amazing Spider-Man 2 with Andrew Garfield, They did two comic books. It was two issues of called Amazing Spider-Man, and Andrew Garfield's
Mm-hmm.
like photograph is on the cover. They're trending right now. They're hot books this week because apparently Andrew Garfield's doing like a CGC signing for like a week or for one day. It's
Oh.
coming up. For those of you who don't know, when you collect comics, you can send your comics away and get them graded on a scale of like 0 to 10. Zero
Mm-hmm.
being the worst, 10 being like perfect. And yeah, it adds a tremendous amount of value to the books that you're collecting. And the idea that like some obscure movie adaptation that nobody bought is suddenly like a hot book because Andrew Garfield's going to sign them
Yeah.
and then get them graded is just insane. But it happened.
That's
So
crazy to
can I?
think that. Oh, that's. I think that will start a new trend of those actors kind of
Yeah.
being able to, not actors, I guess the studios being able to control the market. Because if you think about it, think, I mean, that going up in value is because he played
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's why it's a
Well, can't
Spider-Man
other
book.
actors do that?
Yeah. If well, he had a Spider-Man cover. That's the whole point. Like
Oh, yeah, the
that's the book
cover.
he was on the cover. So that's
Uh,
the book that's going to get sent in,
yeah.
and it was an adaptation for that movie.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a Spider-Man 2 limited
Yeah.
series. But I mean, they do this for so many movies, and no
Yeah.
one buys them because
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean.
They're kind of trash.
The only ones I know that are worth any money at all are the '89 Batman movie adaptation and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie adaptation
Mm-hmm.
from like '90, and everything else that's ever gotten one. I don't know if it's worth anything. So here
Mm-hmm.
we are in comic book corner for a hot second. I guess I'll tell you about my hunt this weekend. So you want to
Okay.
hear about? So
Okay.
so people, I've been collecting comics like seriously since I was 10 years old. I cannot remember when I started buying them. Um, but I've been collecting them since I was 10. And I bought and sold thousands of comics. And so I've decided in the last few months that I'm going to get serious about just being more of a key collector and really just hunting for old books and less of just buying stuff on a monthly basis. So I've been like all about this past weekend, because I knew we were going to a flea market and I knew there were going to be yard sales and I knew I could find books. And I did, but I didn't buy any. So it was like the craziest thing because like what I was looking for, they didn't have. But some of the stuff that they had, I was like, I really didn't know what to do. Julius, the first table, I walk into this flea market, this massive flea market up in Ohio. It's near Conneaut Lake. And I walk in, and the first table I see has three short boxes of comic books. You know, each one holds 150 books.
Mm-hmm.
And in front of the short box is a Batman from 1941.
Really?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
Was
With
it in
no
good condition?
with no cover,
Oh.
no cover. But
Oh.
it had the first page that told you
Yeah.
like issue 116, 1941, and he wanted $25 for it. And I really was like, should I buy that? Because I was like,
No cover. That is.
but I mean, I was just like, and then because of where I was at, you know, my cell phone reception was trash. So my little
Mm-hmm.
app that tells me like key issues wasn't working. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I just need to know this book's worth something and I'll buy it. But I didn't buy it. Then he had a bunch of other stuff that was okay. And then he had a secret box because I'll tell you what happened. So I'm going through them. You know how my fingers go through these books. There's a dude and his girlfriend standing next to me. Maybe it was his wife. I don't know, but they were together. And I hear her say, "Oh, look at his fingers going. He knows what's up." And I was like, I looked over and I was like, yeah, because your mama
Yeah.
just said that to somebody recently. Like, you ever seen Matt go through a long box? It's like my fingers are flying. I've been doing it for 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, so I was like, yeah. So then she's like, yeah, we come up here every year. And so she filled me in on some stuff. So it was funny because the rest of the flea market, me and them kept crossing paths doing the same thing. Like it was like
Yeah.
he sometimes I beat him to a box, sometimes he beat me to a box. He'd be looking at me, I'd be like, I ain't get nothing. I look at him, he'd grab a couple. But
Mm-hmm.
but the guy had like a secret box. He's like, yeah, it's like the good stuff. You know, because he pulls out a Into the Spider-Verse #6. It's graded, it's an 8.5. And I said, oh, okay, okay. But then I was like, nothing's in that book. That's not the first Spider-Gwen. That's nothing. It's just
Mm-hmm.
there's a bunch of characters that are introduced that'll probably be in the movie, but it's not like the first Spider-Gwen that's going to keep its value. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he only wanted 125 for it, but I was like, nah. So then I go through his book of secret stuff, and it was just a bunch of variants. And I'm not a big variant guy. So, anyways, that was him. Later on, like, so I like basically break away from your mom and your gram, and I because I'm like, I gotta do this. Like, I can't be entertaining. Your mom knows. So I go through, I find like every comic I think I can find. There's nothing, 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 nothing. Then your mom calls me, babe, I think you missed the box. This guy has a box. And I get to her and it's all like 1960s stuff. And I'm like, ooh. And it's like Marvel villains team up, all these older books. And I'm like, ooh, it's like early Metal Men, just like, ooh. And
Mm-hmm.
every single one of them was water damaged and had
Uh,
coffee stains on them. I was like, God damn it.
yeah.
Like he only wanted $1 for them. And I was like, I can't even, these are worthless. Like I could
Mm-hmm.
get the water damage out. Like I could press them and get the but I couldn't get the coffee stains out. Like I was like, you got
Yeah.
these things are like you like spilled juice all over these or
That was
something.
definitely
Like
like
a
on the
whole
coffee table back in the
oh
day.
yeah. Yeah. Oh, but it was
Kids were.
devastating. I was like, oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then your mom called me again. I missed a stack of 3 books. So I come back and it's Superman. She's like, you probably have these. And I was like, I do. And then I looked. It was like, oh yeah, that's the death of Superman. I remember that. I was like, I have it. I come home yesterday. I turn on YouTube. I'm watching my like key collector shit. Guess what book is trending right now? That Death of Superman book. For some reason, that book's hot right now. And I said, babe, remember that book from yesterday? She was like, what? I was like, apparently that book's hot. Could have got it for
Mm-hmm.
like $2. But I
Yeah.
already have it. But here's a moonshine check for you. There you go. Yeah. But yeah, so I didn't get anything, but it was nice. It was really nice, like hunting, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be like my new thing. I did buy a walking stick though. So
Cool.
yeah. So anyways. All right. That's it.
Yeah. Those into comic books, or not. I should say not into comic books. Like the market's a tricky thing.
It truly is. It truly is. And
It's a weird thing. It's like they put value into stuff that shouldn't have value.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, in my
yeah,
opinion.
yeah. Once upon a time, like books were good because they were good
Yeah.
or because something major happened. But now with it's weird
Now they
because
try to make everything major.
yeah, and it's not how
It's
it works.
it won't be. Yeah.
And then you have the MCU and you have the DCEU and you have the television shows. So you have people speculating that, oh,
Mm-hmm.
this was the first appearance of Rocket Racer and he's going to be in the new Spider-Man movie. So suddenly his first appearance
Yeah.
is worth all this money. You're like, that you should be able to get
Yeah.
that book for $4. Now it's $100 book.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
For
buy
Rocket
that.
Racer.
Yeah, because
I
in
don't
a
even know what that
year,
is.
yeah, that's what I mean. And in a year, actually, that's the character Donald Glover's playing in the next Spider-Man movie is Rocket Racer. Or no, he's playing the disco guy, the hypnotic disco guy.
I didn't know he was in a Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, in the next Spider-Man movie, he's playing like hypno, or maybe he's getting his own. But I'll look real fast. But yeah, anyways, bud, you could get that guy's appearance for like $6, maybe,
Yeah.
maybe $3. And now it's like people are hunting for it, and it's like, are you fucking serious right now? Because the value's going to go back down once the movie comes
Yeah,
out.
it's just like,
I
what
mean,
is it for?
yeah, it's like it's not like it's
That's
Superman.
not,
You know,
yeah.
I can tell you every character in the last decade that's appeared that actually has longevity and their first appearance is valuable and it should be, you know, and that's like and it's a handful of characters. It's X-23, which is the female Wolverine. It's Gwenpool, Deadpool, Gambit. Even though Gambit was 20 years ago, so was
Deadpool was
Deadpool.
30 years
Deadpool
ago.
was yeah, that was
30.
90. That was
Those are
90.
30
Damn, that's
years
so
ago.
crazy. So it's few and far
Within the
between.
last 10
Yeah,
years, Miles
between the last
Morales.
Miles Morales, Gwenpool.
You would put Gwenpool. Huh.
Yeah, I would because Gwenpool I
Okay.
think is a cool character. I really do. I like
All right.
Gwenpool.
And that's all about all
Spider
I'm gonna
Spider
say.
Spider
Spider
Gwen.
Gwen.
Yeah,
That's
actually,
probably it.
I meant to say Spider Gwen over Gwenpool. Yeah, Spider Gwen. Sorry.
Spider Gwen,
X
Smash
23,
Morales.
X
Good kill.
23, Miles Morales, and that's really it. Maybe
Yeah.
Silk, maybe,
No.
maybe.
I don't
But
if
she's
I
like,
view it on if the average person doesn't know
yeah,
or doesn't
yeah,
recognize a costume, be like, huh,
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it.
Now, and that's the thing I'll say about Spider Gwen. How fucking iconic was her costume right off the bat? Whoever
Mm-hmm.
designed that, kudos to
Yeah.
them because
Yeah.
that's a cool costume. That's like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's cool. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Miles, same thing. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah. I
but
guess
yeah,
speaking
so
of Spider-Man, the Spider-Man 2 games coming out
yeah.
this year,
Mm-hmm.
PS5.
There's a trailer. You get to do Venom stuff
Oh,
because you never know.
cool.
You can't not have Venom. You gotta have some Venom.
Okay, in the games though, it's cool. You
True.
haven't played as Venom. I don't even know the last time. Maybe Ultimate Spider-Man,
Ultimate Spider-Man. That was a fun
which
game.
was
That
that
was a fun
that
game. That
that
was a
was
fun game.
it's a good game. I like that game
That
a
was
lot.
Bendis. That was Bendis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For this is my last
Yeah.
comic book comment. For people who don't know, Brian Michael Bendis, in I think 2000, launched a comic book called Ultimate Spider-Man, and the plan was that Spider-Man at that point was had been around since 1961, and he had this long, just dense, just hard to
Like
start. Where
every
do you
comic
start?
book character.
Yeah, so he was like, I'm gonna start Spider-Man over, like right now. Like he's right now in 2000, and I'm gonna tell the same stories just with a modern spin, so that new readers can jump on and like read Spider-Man. And he wrote every fucking issue of that for what, 10 years? Was it 10 years?
Plus, it was
Plus, yeah.
longer than that.
And then he flowed into Mouse.
Mm-hmm.
And when I tell you that was a top book for a decade, it was just well written, well drawn.
Mm-hmm.
Same artist drew it for every issue.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Mark Bagley and Brian Michael Bendis locked down. At one point, Ultimate Spider-Man was so good. This is the truth. Marvel was seriously considering canceling their main line and making the Ultimate line their main line. Like they were like, we're going to cancel
Mm-hmm.
the OG, and this is going to be it because people loved it, and then it went bad. And so, I mean, Ultimate Spider-Man never went bad, but the rest of the
Yeah,
line went bad.
yeah. Ultimate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, when I'm talking, like, I mean, I'm talking, but imagine it's 2000. Ultimate Spider-Man comes out. Issue number one was $600 for like 5 years, and I'm like, wait a second, this is basically a retelling of Spider-Man's origin. Like it's nothing new.
Yeah.
It's just Spider-Man's origin retold in a modern setting, and that was a $600 book for like 5 to 10 years. Like I'd go to cons and be like, "You got to be fucking kidding me! Like you
Mm-hmm.
got to be kidding me!" And now you can get it for like $60. But I might buy it now just to have it because what it was and what it did, like like
Mm-hmm.
I respect what it did for comics. But anyways,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
done.
good.
Yeah.
That's I think
Yeah,
the
you've read
problem
it.
with a
Yeah,
lot
you've
of.
read it.
I didn't read it all. I read like 40 something issues.
Yeah, you read them
But that's a
fast.
lot of, yeah, that's a lot of it's binge worthy. It's
It
a
is.
problem with a lot of comic book characters. Oh, probably why comics are dying because people just don't know where to start.
Yeah, it's hard
You
to.
can't
Yeah, it's
just
hard to.
start and be like, okay, what's going on? I don't know this character. I don't know this
Yeah,
thing that they're referencing that happened 20 years ago.
yeah,
And like
literally 20
that
years
one
ago.
guy you were watching talked about manga is picking up because you can have a definite beginning
Hmm.
and a coherent story and you can
Yeah,
catch up really
yeah.
quickly as opposed to comics. You're not gonna go back
No,
200 issues and
I don't feel
try
like
and read that.
the modern reader. I mean, there's trades now, which makes it easier
Yeah,
to read
which
everything.
yeah,
And
which
but
yeah, I can give you like a mini series, and be
but
like, oh,
I
I enjoyed that. But
I don't know. Like that's the thing. Like when I started, my first issue of X Men I ever bought was issue 206.
mm-hmm,
Right. I was my first issue I was ever given was 185. And I didn't get another issue until I bought issue 206. And from 206 forward, I think the next issue I bought was like 211. And then after 211, I was hooked. 212, from there on, I was buying X-Men. But from then on, I also started buying back issues because trades weren't a thing.
yeah.
So I started going to comic book stores and I started finding the issues I was missing. And I got all the way back to like before I sold my first collection, I was back to like issue like 119, you know? And
But you're the rare thing. Like the average
well, no,
Joe's
at the
not gonna
time
do
that was
that.
normal. But
Like I'm
now
saying
I don't
now.
think, yeah, I don't think now
I'm
people
saying
would do
that's
that.
why
Yeah.
this stuff's they're
Yeah.
not making money.
No, I mean
People
it's
aren't
well, I
into it.
mean, I mean, for every kid like you, that's like, yeah, I'll come with you to the comic book store, Dad, and you actually like them, but you like them. Like I know you don't love them like I love them, but I know you
Yeah.
like them. You know what I mean?
But I like them. But one thing
Yeah,
that's always stopping me is like I'm not doing that. Like
yeah, yeah.
I'm
You're
like,
not.
oh,
I
I
know.
would like to read Batman, but I'm not
Yeah,
trying to
no,
waste my time
but
even
instead
with
you
reading a
go.
Wikipedia
Instead,
article.
instead you go, hey, Dad. You go, hey,
Yeah,
Dad.
because they mention stuff and I'm like,
And I'm
how am
like,
I supposed to know
yeah. Well, you
this
gotta
plot
read it.
line? And I'm
You
like,
gotta
I'm
read
not,
it.
no, it's
I
no,
read
they
it.
need to change
Oh,
what they're doing to attract new
but do you know how
audiences.
hard it is to like catch lightning in the bottle? Like, if they rebooted X Men,
I'm not saying
like,
reboot. I'm just saying like,
so how do
okay,
you write
let's
and like, I don't know. I mean,
just
DC's
treat
tried it three
treat
times.
treat just like a not reboot. Just be like, okay, this is our own concise thing.
Yeah.
Let's just not mention like let's just not bring up
Well,
stuff.
well, Stan Lee said the right every Stan Lee, Stan the Man Lee. I think everybody knows who that is. Created pretty
Hmm.
much Marvel Comics. He said every comic is somebody's first comic, and his mandate was that people write their comics like that. Now, somewhere along the line, that changed,
Hmm.
and but it changed. It made it good for like readers, but it made it bad for new readers. Like I love
Yeah,
all that
yeah.
continuity.
It like it's becomes less up episodic. Not saying make it episodic. I'm just saying like make it. I don't have to go back 20 issues to know what's going on.
Right.
Plus, I can jump in and be like, okay, I missed this. Let me go get this last thing I missed. But anyway, talked about comics long enough.
Yeah.
Way too long.
Your cousin Dom, while we were sitting here, just sent me an article. I wish she would have sent it like an hour and a half ago. It's from Vanity Fair. It's called Lost Illusions, the untold story of the hit show's poisonous culture. The show was a groundbreaking smash, but behind the scenes
Is
it
it talking about
devolved.
Lost?
Yes, into
Oh,
the show was a groundbreaking smash, but behind the scenes it devolved into such toxicity that even co-showrunner Damon Lindelof now says of his leadership, "I failed." A powerful excerpt from the new book, Burn It Down. Huh. I'm gonna read this.
we'll
And we're
read
gonna
it later. Read it
Yeah,
later.
no, we're
You
gonna
know,
talk about it. We're gonna talk about it next time. But I'm
okay.
just telling you.
That is interesting. There is a lot
Yeah.
of drama with
Huh.
that. I was actually thinking about Lost recently,
Yeah.
and I was young when it was actually
Oh
airing,
my
and
gosh.
I
Go
don't
ahead.
remember the phenomenon. No, it's one of my favorite shows. Like I came around the corner to say that, but even
Yeah.
now, like I see stuff just I think like all last seasons of shows, it can ruin, and not even the last season, the last episode of it can just ruin a reputation of the
I still
show.
I still feel like the last episode is really misunderstood.
It
I mean,
is.
yeah,
It
thank you. So
is.
you've watched it recently. Well, not
Yeah.
recently, but in the
Well,
last couple years.
two
And you
years ago is my
so,
watch.
so you were like 10 the first time, and then you were like 21 the
Mm-hmm.
second time. And I
Mm-hmm.
feel like, I mean, people's arguments for why they don't like it come down to the finale. And then
Mm-hmm.
when they
Yeah.
when they say what they say, I'm like, you obviously need to rewatch the finale. Like, I'm like, if you rewatch the finale, you'll be
Yeah.
okay with the show. I'm
Like,
like, because you just missed the point.
mm-hmm. I will say this last season, the last season is messy. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
saying like anything like that. I don't get the hate on the finale because like you said, it's misunderstood. And it's kind
Yeah.
of clear and cut what they're
Yeah,
saying,
they tell
in my
you.
opinion. Like,
Yeah,
it's nothing
they
confusing.
tell you.
Yeah.
You know how many
And
people have said
I
to me,
know
they're
that's a lot of complaints now,
yeah,
and I'll see it, and I'll see corrections. People like, oh no, it's actually this.
yeah. And you're
Not like
like,
a theory. It's
yeah, it's
what they
not even a
said.
theory. Like, it's this is what it is. So you're
Yeah.
saying they were dead the whole time? No, that's not what they
Hmm.
were saying. That's well, he just said no, that's not what he
Yeah.
said. That's literally
No.
like, you understand. Like, I explained that I called your uncle Jason one time just to rant about people
Hmm.
misunderstanding laws, and he's never watched it. I got done with my rant. He's like, so wait, they were dead the whole time? I said, Jesus, no,
No,
that's not
no.
what's happening.
Yeah.
So shout out to Tony Ann, because I know she's wigging out right now. So because she's of the camp of they were dead the whole
No,
time.
no.
They
Like
weren't.
they
Yeah, they weren't.
And I don't. I'm not defending. Like the last season's not bad, but I remember watching it my rewatch, and I was like, all right, we got to end this because I
Yeah,
just was not like
yeah,
enjoying it as much as I did. But seasons 1 through 3, especially when we're talking about a cable show,
yeah.
a
No, regular
Disney cable,
broadcast,
yeah, a
broadcast.
regular a broadcast
Yeah,
show, a
yeah.
Disney owned broadcast show,
Yes, yes.
and for it, if I mean if you guys are ever bored, just watch a lost video just talking about
Yeah,
the making of because they had
yeah,
to overcome a lot of obstacles.
yeah,
And seasons 1 through 3, I think, are just some of the best binge-worthy
yeah.
TV.
You know what's funny? I don't know anyone that ever started Lost that didn't finish. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it's yeah,
Like everybody
you're
talks
right.
shit,
Yeah,
but I'm like, yeah, but them motherfuckers had you.
they
they, they had you till the end
yeah,
because the first, yeah, like you say, the first three seasons alone
mm-hmm,
are like, this is like must see TV.
yeah.
Buddy, we made that show like destination viewing after season two because I didn't know about it until after season one. I watched it on
Yeah.
DVD, kept you guys to it. Season two, it was like me, you, your mom, Deja, Courtney, Rubin. Remember? And then they moved the time. It was like, well, that's kind of late. And then like we watched that every week when it came out. That's like one of the only shows I've
Mm-hmm.
ever done that with. Like I'm gonna be here at this time to watch this show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because by the end of it, we were watching at Ryan's house.
Yeah, I was too young to
Yeah,
just kind of remember the phenomenon that
yeah.
it
It
was.
was real. It was the first show that I
Yeah.
know of that they guaranteed to let them finish. And
Mm-hmm.
it was like
Well,
after season, it was like, yeah, we're going to let you
it was
see
like
this through.
season 3.
Yeah,
That's one of the reasons why, like, I was thinking about it the other day, just because you think about like the best shows ever,
yeah,
and a lot of them are going to be HBO.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Remember we
But
watched that YouTube video.
yeah, but like,
Right?
I'm just saying, like, a lot of this stuff, it's like, I don't want to say creatively controlled,
Mm,
but they have no more freedom.
mm-hmm.
And then you look at a
Yeah, that's
show
why
like,
cable shows are better because they're
yeah,
free. Yeah,
not
they're
that's
freer. Yeah,
wait, what?
they're freer. The creators are
Yeah,
more free
okay.
to.
You mean like
They're creatively,
cable? Oh,
yeah.
okay,
Cable shows are more free to do what they want
okay.
as opposed to network TV
Yeah,
shows.
because
Yeah,
they with network like take Lost. If Lost came out now, like I'm trying to explain it. Like it had to be so many episodes, so
mm-hmm,
you had to stretch storylines.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah.
You had to
Yeah, there was a mandate.
commit.
Yeah.
You had to it had to be out at this time. It had to be this length. Like not like
Mm-hmm.
streaming.
Yeah.
Like take Stranger Things. It can come out whenever,
Yeah.
and we're
Whenever. Yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
It had Disney wanted it to be, or ABC wanted it to be like an ongoing show, like
Yeah.
basically what Grey's Anatomy is.
It's what they wanted Lost to be.
Before Grey's
That's
Anatomy was a thing, they wanted it to be like their big,
it's so
long
crazy.
running thing, and they're like,
Yeah.
"What? Like this isn't."
You can't do this
That's why they're
for
like asking every season, like, "When are we gonna?" Like they wanted an ending. They wanted a
yeah.
set ending. They didn't
Yeah.
want multiple seasons. They wanted a set
Yeah.
ending. So I forget what
Yeah.
season. I think it was 3 when they said, "All right, we'll give
Yeah.
you X amount of seasons." So
Right.
that's
Because
when I think it was season 3. So that's when they're like, "All right, we can tell the story we want." Then the
yeah,
writer strike happened.
yeah, then the writer yeah, they can fuck without yeah, then everything got
Yeah,
fucked up. Could you imagine 16 seasons of Lost? It'd have been a shit show.
it would have
It,
been
it'd have been like,
awful.
yeah, it'd been terrible. It'd be like
Like it
for
wasn't
real.
that type of show.
Like some shows need to end. Like some
Hmm.
shows, I prefer like just tell a story. I'm not real big
Yeah.
on just like something going on forever. It's
Hmm.
just like it becomes so formulaic. You know, like just like your sister, she loves that type of shit.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
her and your
Yeah.
mom, they love that shit.
Yeah. They're
You're just
coming
like
back
they
and
like when your sister
eat
binge
it
watched
up.
Grace. I was like, why? Why are you binging?
Why?
Yeah, I was like, why are you
It's
watching 14
yeah.
seasons of Grace? Like, I was like, for what?
Hmm.
Everything, the same shit happens every
Yeah.
episode. Like, you're gonna cry. Don't worry, you're
Hmm.
gonna cry. Like,
But yeah, Lost.
yeah,
If it
Lost
came
is still
out
my shit.
with streaming today, it would have been 12 episodes each.
Oh, could you imagine how tight those episodes would have been?
Yeah,
Oh
like
my
just
god.
perfect.
Oh
Probably
my
four
god.
seasons, not
Yeah. Oh
six,
my
maybe
god.
3.
Yeah, and it'd be without a
It,
doubt the best show to ever fucking
yeah,
be on
like
TV. Without a doubt.
undisputed.
Yeah, like fucking
But
I Am
like,
King. Yes.
yeah, but
No, I
like
agree.
it was a pioneer for its time.
It was. I
So
mean,
we probably wouldn't have a lot of
I
stuff that we have
remember
today.
you were 5 that first season. You were yeah, you were 5. And I
Hmm.
just started working at the group home. And I remember people I used to work at a group home for juvenile delinquents. And yeah, it's every take the baddest kids you remember from school, multiply it by 10, and that's what I dealt with every day. Like these kids were like experts at just being just straight chaos. But anyways, the only thing outside of their meds that would calm them down was Lost. Like, look seriously, and I'm not even exaggerating. Like, and I didn't know anything about it, so I started off with like the
Lost.
yeah, but I started off with like the 12 to like 14-year-old groups. And those kids were just like a hot mess because they
Yeah.
were just hitting puberty. But some of them, it's just kids. It's like it was middle school. So the shit I saw there was just like, oh my God. So when they moved me up to the house with like the big kids, like 14 to 18, I'm like, okay, shit's real up here. These kids start fighting. Like that kid's
Hmm.
big as me. You know what I mean? So I remember working with one staff. He's like, yo, fuck with Lost. And I was like, nah, I'm Lost. That shit. He's like, yeah. He's like, nah, nah. Hey, it'd be crazy, loud, kids cussing each other out, fighting over fucking centigrams. I mean, yeah, teddygrams. And we put Lost on. It didn't even matter what DVD it was. They'd be like, "This is this 3." Be like, "Well, this is what we're watching." They'd be like, "Okay," and we would watch like 4 episodes, and those kids
Yeah.
would just be sitting there. And I literally watched season 1 out of order. I
That's
watched it out of
awful.
order. No,
Yeah.
that's the thing. It wasn't like I was just like, "This show's amazing." Like I was like, "Who's
Hmm.
that? What's this deal?" Oh
Well,
my God.
I guess that's the beauty, like kind of relating to the comic books, since it was cable, well, network TV,
Yeah,
broadcast TV.
yeah,
It was designed that you could pick up kind of
yeah,
on any episode besides
yeah.
the
Well,
finale.
think about the format of the first season. It was all
Yeah,
origins. It was origin stories
you're
every
right.
episode. It was
Hmm.
backstories on every character. So like,
And
I
if
just remember
yeah.
my dude be like that motherfucking Boone. Every time Boone would show up, he'd like that goddamn Boone. He hated Boone, and I was like,
Really, I
why
feel
do you
like
even
he's a
hate?
fan
I was like, why
favorite.
do you hate? Boone? He's like, fuck. And
I feel like
I
he's a fan
remember like
favorite.
you like Boone, you like Charlie. Charlie was your guy,
Yeah.
but I
Then I
remember
rewatched it. I was like, he's all right.
he's all right. He don't do much but get in trouble.
No.
But I remember Lost being like grown men coming at me on some nerd shit. Like it was beginning of like, oh, I'm somebody because I've been a nerd my whole life.
Mm.
They'd be like, Matt. I'd be like, what? They'd be like, okay, who's your 5 for the island? Like, okay, you gotta pick 5 people on the island to make it. Who you gonna pick? And I'd be like, for real? This is my 5. And I'd be like, all right, well, give me your 5. And they tell me like who they, and I'm like, all right, I fuck with that.
Hmm.
Because me, I was like, I need Saeed, I need Locke, I need Kate, I
Yeah,
need,
that's a given.
yeah, like I
Like
need
you do
Jack,
need those three.
yeah, and then I said I need Sawyer, and I'm like, and I'm money,
Yeah.
you know, yeah.
Sawyer, I would
You
love
don't,
him, but
but you
yeah, I
don't
don't
need
think you
him,
need him.
but
You don't
yeah, but
need
I just
him.
gotta have him around
Jack, you need
just to
as
keep
the
Jack.
medic.
He
As the
needs to keep Jack
medic.
in check. He needs Sawyer
Yeah.
to keep Jack from acting up because Jack, he
Hmm.
thinks he's Captain
Yeah,
Kirk.
he would be the
Yeah,
medic, and then eventually be like, I'm the leader. Be like, no, you're
yeah,
the medic.
you're the medic, bro. Like, yeah, that doesn't make you a tactician.
Yeah.
Like
Ain't no ain't no medic
Jack was
become leader.
Jack's the first surgeon in the history of television that knows how to fight. Like Jack, your whole
Hmm.
stick is your brain and your hands. You ain't thrown a punch since you were 7 years old. Like, don't act like you know how to fight, Jack. Like, seriously,
Yeah.
why the fuck did Jack know how to fight? He would not know how to fight.
No, he wouldn't.
He'd be like, "Oh no, I need these. These are my money makers." Like literally.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He was like, I'm not
Like,
doing
dude, like, yeah, I'm
anything
like,
to damage this.
like, yeah, guys, you better handle that. I'm the
Yeah.
medic. I'm the medic. Like that's what he'd be like. I'm the medic.
Hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, Lost. Fuck.
It's
I
good.
take one season right now. If Netflix announced
I
another
know
season of
one
Lost,
last season, and I
I'm
think they
telling
could
you,
pull it off
they could pull it off. It
and
would
redeem
break the
it.
internet. Oh my god.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Just it'd be
Just give me
Hurley.
like 10
Just
episodes.
Hurley season. His season as the fucking leader. Fucking Ben as his second. Jack dead as fuck. Like they. I mean, it would be
No,
dope.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'd want. I would want to
I
see
mean, well,
a lot of
Jack.
the
I mean,
original
figure
people.
the
I
show
know he
began
did
with Jack
die.
opening his eye and
Yeah.
ended with him closing it. So, I
Hmm.
mean, that doesn't mean he's dead, but it means he was dead.
Hmm.
But not necessarily.
Maybe he's like Jacob and he's like a ghost.
Ooh,
Have you seen
ooh, he
him?
could
Yeah.
be. He could be
Yeah, like
because
he just shows up every that would be like the big like
Mhm.
mid-season finale or something.
Hey, no, that's when you're like, and then my dad died. You'll be like, so I was watching Lost with my dad, the Netflix season, and everything was going fine and dandy
Yeah.
till episode 6, and then there was Jack and
And it
Locke,
ends like
and my
that.
dad, my dad grabbed his chest, and he felt that'd be
Mm.
me. I'd be like, oh, oh no,
Oh,
oh
you would be
no,
freaking
I'd
out.
lose my mind to see
Yeah.
Jack or Locke, because Locke is the
Hmm.
most tragic character on that show.
It is.
So,
Yeah,
hey, for
he
anybody who
is.
hasn't watched Lost, get familiar. All right, that's all I'm gonna tell you.
Actually,
Yeah, because
I wanted to say this too. Watch it now in the summer. It's like a very good
yeah,
summer show because
yeah,
they're on the beach. So
yeah.
just watch it in the summer.
Yeah, you're
That's
right.
what I
You're
did,
right.
and I loved it. So
I loved Locke,
great
but
soundtrack,
yeah,
score,
yeah.
great score. Because if you look up
But
the composer, he's done every movie now. Like,
who is it? It's not Zimmer. It's
no, I forget his name, but you name a movie, he probably did the score. Like Up, he does a lot of
Oh,
Pixar
really?
stuff. He does a lot of
Okay.
Pixar stuff. He's good.
Speaking of which, we you were not. How old were you when the Comic Con? I always say 10.
That was 9. I was
You were
like,
not
yeah,
on the cusp of being
9.
10. Yeah,
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
9, and we went to a Lost Forum. Remember?
The last
We were
season, right? It was
yeah,
the
it was
last
yeah,
season.
we went to that forum, and Ben showed up, and that was
Hmm.
and Lindelof
Wasn't Hurley there?
and no, they had
Uh,
Hurleys. Those guys were dressed up
oh,
like
they're
Hurley.
dressed
Yeah,
like, yeah.
yeah. But Lindelof and JJ showed up, and Ben showed up,
Hmm.
and they showed us a clip of remember it was Razzle Dazzle, and they explained why we all hated those two characters.
Oh,
Remember?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so wild. But speaking of Pixar, then we probably do need to wrap it up. Their new movie's like about to come out, and no one's talking
I
about it.
know. That's this month. That's
Yeah, that's what I
June.
mean. Like it's called Elemental.
Elementals.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it looks good, but
it
no one's
does.
talking about it. It's so crazy. Like, what's up with animation right now? The Spider
I
Verse
think
really just like put the kibosh on any like kid animation?
I
Is
don't
that
know.
what's happening?
I think there's just our attentions on a lot of different stuff for
I
this
mean,
month.
these summers are hot, baby. June
This
is a hot.
summer is really hot.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
It's
June,
crazy.
July.
Your sister said last summer was my summer. She said Top Gun. Wait, what was it a second one? Wait, bud. Oh, it was amazing. She said Top Gun, fuck, something else. And she was oh, and then she went, where the crawdads sing. I said, they shut stop. I said, me and your mother saw that movie. Stop. I said, that was not must see viewing. It was a good movie, good summer for me. I was like, I guess so. Where the
I want to
crawdads
know
sing.
her second movie. I don't even
I can't
remember.
remember.
I
Oh,
do
because it was
remember Top Gun.
because me and your mom had seen both of the movies. We've seen all the movies she talked about. That's what was so funny. But when she said where the crawdads sing, I was just like, what? I
Yeah.
said, buddy, I told you we are in the theater and we hear these cackling teenagers come walking in. I said, that's my daughter. And I look and it was her and her two friends carrying blankets, laughing. I was like, what are you just laughing at? You're walking into a theater.
Hmm.
But only your sister, bud. Only your sister. Yeah, that was her her peak of her summer was seeing that movie. But yeah. But I think we're gonna go deep when the next Hunger Games comes out.
Yeah,
So
that's this fall.
yeah,
So
let's go. But all right, well, I guess.
real quick,
Oh,
Barry season finale was
was it
this past week.
series or
So
season?
series finale.
Wow.
It's over.
And
It was a great ending. I think a
yeah.
lot of people were upset because it wasn't what we expected, but that was the whole show, giving us just a twist on stuff.
But you've been a
Very
fan of
good.
that show from
I
day one.
recommend it. I mean, if you have HBO, you have Max.
Yeah, that just
It's
happened last
Max
night.
now.
Yeah, we went to watch it. I was like, what the hell?
No, oh, yeah, it's Blue now, and
Yeah. Well, no, I
it's
had to
people
download
are
the
ha
app and
yeah, you had to
everything.
download the app, and it's blue. The app's blue instead of
Yeah,
purple, and
I got a profile
people
pic now.
people weren't happy. But yeah,
I
watch
have,
it. It's only 40 episodes. Yeah,
yeah,
40
and they're
episodes.
half an hour, right?
Half an hour. I've been
Yeah,
saying it like, oh man, it
yeah,
was a great show and great ending.
nice,
Mm,
nice. I'll check it out. I will check it out.
yeah, one of my
Ted
favorite
Lasso,
shows up there with Lost.
Ted Lasso series finale is tomorrow, so I'll be
Yeah,
in my feels crying. So, but I probably need something to watch after that. So I'll check out Barry. I really
check out
will.
Barry.
You spoken very highly of it. So
It's good. I mean,
yeah,
the acting, it's able to balance humor and
yeah,
it's a tragedy, and it has
yeah.
really good cinematography.
Well,
This
he's
thing,
directed quite a few. You said the one there's a
he's
whole
directed like a
YouTube
lot.
thing about one of the episodes he directed. It's like a fucking, I guess it's damn near perfect or something. There's some YouTube video about, I think, season 4, some episode he directed. There's a whole like breakdown of it.
It's probably
That's,
season 3. He's
is
directed a
it?
lot of episodes.
But
Yeah,
they said he's really a good director. He's a really good
he
director.
is. He
Yeah,
is.
it's no one new. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Like they'll just do stuff, and I'm like, man, this is not even when they do the extravagant stuff because there's like season 3. There's this long motorcycle chase on the highway. And I'm like,
yeah,
how are they do it with stunts and everything? But it's like
yeah,
really realistic. It's not like Fast and Furious stunts.
yeah.
It's
It's
like
realistic.
grounded.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
then like just the cinematographer for simple stuff, very like picturesque. I'm like, oh, that's just a
Right,
good
right.
shot. But
Yeah,
yeah, I recommend it.
yeah.
It's dark, but it's good. And like I said, it would make me just chuckle sometimes.
That's
Just
what's up.
I'll be
Yeah, no,
like, oh,
I get what you're
like
saying.
that's just
I get what you're
like
saying.
what?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
some stuff's just absurd. And I'm like, what?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I'll check it out for sure. I think I'm gonna start watching One Piece. So I'll
you
let you
did
know.
say that last
But I'm
episode.
not. I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna take my time. How about I took 9 days off from playing the new Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, because of
Mm-hmm.
work. So I tried to play it yesterday when I got home, and I was just like, "Fuck!" Like I felt just like I did the first day. Like, oh my god, like this game is gonna take
It's
over everything.
overwhelming. Yeah,
It's over. Yeah, it's literally like I just
yeah.
so I shut it off because I was like I can't do this right now. I was like I can't do this right now. I
Mm-hmm.
need like to just like I
Yeah,
might
because it's
wait.
like all you're gonna do.
Yeah, I might wait till
How
winter
I
when like
feel.
work slows down. I'm
Yeah.
serious, and then just be like I'm gonna lay it off for a month. I'm just gonna
Mm-hmm.
play Zelda. You know, like your mom be like you good babe. I'll be like yeah babe, just playing Zelda. But it's just like
Maybe winter is the best time because summer
yeah, because
you should be out. You
yeah,
should be
that's what
out
I
of the
mean. Like
house.
I was playing and I was like I
Yeah.
need to go upstairs. I got shit to do. So I went outside and started cleaning out the shed. But I was just
Mm-hmm.
like, this fucking game. Then I'm like watching the videos, and you know all my conflicts with like people breaking games. Like they, what I said about the Fortnite component to this game, and you can make stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and people are making things where I'm just like, why though? Like, why would you make a rocket ship to fly around Zelda? It's fucking Zelda. Like, run
Because
around.
you can.
That's what I mean. I'm like, fucking gamers, man. Like, you
Mm-hmm.
forget you're losing like yeah, just because you can doesn't mean you should, you know, like they made it so you could do
Isn't
like
that
they
metaphor for life?
it is a metaphor for life. Your pap
Yeah,
used to say
just
that to me, believe it or not. LCT would say that to me. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. And I'd look at
mm-hmm.
him like you who have never said no to anything. Like yeah, we who are built on excess. But yeah. So yeah, I'm very conflicted. Like if some dude made some like basically like some hover thing and it's like the only thing you'll need to build. I'm like, he just like hovers around the whole fucking world. Like, I don't know if that's fun to
Mm-hmm.
me. I'm just like, I don't know. That's fun. Like, they talk
Yeah,
about how much you're gonna enjoy building, but I'm like, I don't know. If I don't have to, I probably won't build things. Like, if I
yeah.
don't have to build it, I'm not gonna build it. I'm just gonna like play the game. But that's just me. Like when I remember I was talking to Marshall about speed runs, and I was like, yeah, I said I could beat Super Metroid in like 2 hours and 45 minutes. He's like, oh, the record's like 25 minutes. I'm like, how? Well,
Mm-hmm.
they break the game. I'm like, well, if they
Yeah,
break the
that's
game,
you're
that's
not
not like you're not actually
enjoying
playing the
it.
game.
Yeah, you're
Yeah, you're
not
just like, oh, there's
enjoying
a
it.
glitch, and if I use this glitch, I could
Mm-hmm.
skip 25% of the game. Well, is that really playing the
Yeah.
game, or I
I
don't
guess
know?
stuff like that is fun to witness,
Yeah, yeah,
but like to actually like do
yeah.
it yourself.
Like,
It's,
is that fun? I guess it'd be fun to
mm-hmm.
do it once. Say,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I know how to do this, but
Yeah.
I don't think it would be how I would want to play the game all the time. Like, yeah, beat Mario
Mm-hmm.
because I think the record for Mario is seriously like 27 seconds or something crazy. Like, it's so fast,
Yeah.
and I'm like, wait, what? Like,
Yeah.
but is that even
Which that
considered?
movie's making a ton of money still, but
Is it really? Huh?
it's the highest grossing movie of this year.
Really? Super Mario Brothers? Wow,
Mm-hmm.
wow.
Partially because Avatar came out last. It's like split up, but
The
yeah,
movie that
there's
everybody forgot about. Yeah.
Yeah, it's number one domestically this year.
Yeah, I'll take it. I mean, I'll take it. So when next
That's
we
all I
speak,
have,
yeah,
bro.
when next we
Yeah.
speak, we'll be talking about Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, quick question for our fans. We talk a lot of shit on a lot of movies that we actually never go see. Would you like for us to like, I'm not gonna say waste our time, but take the time to actually go see things like Fast and the Furious, so then we can have an honest response to like what it's about? Just let us know. I mean,
Should we do a Fast
yeah.
and Furious marathon?
Oh no, I didn't say that. I just said
That's
like, should we go?
that is torture.
Yeah, I'd say.
That
Do
is
you
some
want to?
Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah, do you waterboarding? Like they were like, hey, we either waterboard you or make you watch all the Fast and Furious. Just waterboard me, please, please. Um, yeah, let us know if you think we should actually go see Fast
Some
X Part One. Fast X Part One.
fans want me to do it,
Yeah,
and I guess I will.
I guess. I guess. You know, I bet you we could give an honest review without never seeing it. You can be like, yeah,
Yeah, just gaslight people.
Cars were going fast. People were flexing.
Mhm.
Explosions everywhere. Family. It's all family.
Family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I give it 3 stars. They'd be like, see, told you. Be like, I ain't see that shit. Yeah, but all right. Yeah. I guess that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's Paul.
Yeah. And he's son. And if you guys are out there in the world and you happen to bump into Sim, please tell her next week. Next week, we promise we'll make time for that question.
Mhm.
But until then, peace.
Peace.